Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're taking something that seems really mundane, everyday even, and looking for the deeper insights.
Yeah, and our sources this time are maybe a bit unexpected. They're transcripts of, well, just normal English conversations.
Right, from a YouTube channel for language learners, all places.
Exactly. But our mission isn't just, looking at the vocabulary.
No.
We really want to pull out the nuggets of wisdom, the sort of hidden facts about how we interact, and the practical stuff you can actually use.
All hidden in these, domestic chats.
Pretty much. We're going to unpack how these basic conversations show some pretty complex things, problem solving, emotional support, how we connect.
Okay, I'm intrigued. So where do we start? What's the first scenario?
Well, let's jump into something I think everyone recognizes. That classic moment. The case of the missing phone.
Ah, yes. The familiar cry of, "Mom, where's my phone?" That little spike of panic, we've all felt that, right?
Totally. And what's really interesting here is how the mom handles it. She doesn't just, add to the frantic energy.
She has a plan.
Kinda, yeah, a strategy. She asks these structured questions like, did you look in your room? Then under the bed, living room. It's methodical.
Okay.
And then she gives the key suggestion, the one that works. Go look on the sofa. Or maybe under a pillow.
And that's where it was?
Bingo. Exactly where it was.
That strikes me too. It's not just stumbling on it. It's like this mini lesson in searching systematically. What's the bigger takeaway there?
Well, I think it really shows the value of thinking things through, even for small problems. It's not just about this one phone.
Right.
It's about how having a simple, repeatable process like a mental checklist can cut down stress in those everyday little crises. It teaches you to scan your environment logically.
And the mom's advice doesn't stop once the phone is found, does it?
No, that's the other smart part. She looks ahead. She says something like, maybe get a small basket for your phone.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, and the response is, that's smart. I can keep it on my desk.
It's more than just finding the phone this time.
It's about prevention. Exactly. It's like designing your space, just a tiny change to stop the problem from happening again. Builds good habit. It's shifting from just reacting to, being proactive.
That structured approach. Thinking systematically. This probably shows up in other places too, right? Not just lost items. What about, say, a boring rainy day?
Ah, yeah. Good transition. The next one we looked at was turning a rainy day around. You've got Alex, who's bored stiff because it's too wet outside, a classic kid complaint.
So what happens?
Well, mom's response is honestly quite brilliant. It's what you might call a effective reframing.
Effective reframing, meaning?
Basically, instead of getting stuck on the disappointment, she quickly pivots. She suggests something totally different, something engaging. Let's bake cookies. Yay!
Instantly changes the mood, I bet.
Completely. It shifts the whole emotional landscape.
Yeah.
And the transcript actually details the process.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Gathering flour, sugar, and eggs, cracking the eggs, mixing. You get the sense of collaboration. Then waiting for them to bake. About 15 minutes.
Building anticipation.
Right. And there's another layer, too. While they wait, Mom says, let's clean the table.
Ah, sneaking in a bit of productivity.
Exactly. It weaves usefulness into the fun. It's all about turning that potentially glum moment into something positive, a shared activity, creating a good memory.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it? How much of that quick pivot is just instinct? And how much can we actually learn to do that kind of reframing when things don't go our way?
That's a great question. I think it's definitely a skill we can cultivate. Mom's reaction gives us a clue. Acknowledge the feeling, maybe, but don't dwell. Immediately introduce something new, something active that redirects that energy.
Like a positive distraction.
Kind of, but one that leads somewhere good. It ends with that lovely exchange. Can I have 2? You can have 3. Yay! I love rainy days. It shows how doing something purposeful can literally change how you feel about a situation.
Okay, so we've seen practical hacks, turning situations around. Let's shift focus a bit, maybe to more vulnerable moments. How do these everyday talks show caregiving dynamics? There was one about David being sick.
Yes, that one was quite revealing. So David says, my head and my throat hurt, feels hot and tired. Classic symptoms.
And Mom's reaction?
Immediate and very clear. She checks his temperature. Yes, you have a fever, and makes a quick decision. You should see a doctor today. No hesitation.
Efficient.
Very. And she handles the logistics smoothly, too. Calling the doctor, getting the appointment for 3 p.m., making sure they leave by 2:30. It shows real competence under, a bit of pressure.
But it's not just about the practical steps, the appointment and all that. What really stood out to me was the constant emotional support, like at the clinic. David's still feeling rough. My head still hurts.
And Mom's right there with reassurance. Don't worry, the doctor is kind. That's crucial, isn't it? It's not just about the physical symptoms.
Right. It goes deeper.
Absolutely. It's like emotional regulation support. Mom's calmness and empathy directly help manage David's anxiety. And that's a huge part of feeling better, often overlooked.
So the doctor gives the diagnosis, a cold, a small fever, tells him to rest, take medicine, standard stuff.
Standard, yes. Important. But Mom's role continues. She's there offering water, soup, medicine.
And those comforting words, don't worry, you will be okay, I'll take care of you. That really seemed to land.
It did, because David responds with, "You are the best mom." It's so simple, but it shows how much that feeling of being cared for matters.
So what does that specific interaction really tell us about caregiving, fundamentally?
I think it shows that it's so much more than just doing tasks. It's about providing that psychological safety net, being present, validating their discomfort, that unwavering promise of, "I'm here for you." That's what really helps people heal, emotionally and physically. It's the whole package. Practical help plus that empathetic presence.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's switch gears again. What about routines, responsibility, and maybe even those bigger life conversations? The transcripts touched on those too, right?
They did, yeah. Starting with something simple again. The morning after scenario with David. He's sleepy, resisting getting up. "I'm sleepy, Mom, but I have no work today."
Familiar territory for parents and, well, anyone who likes sleep.
Definitely. But Mom doesn't demand. She nudges gently. "I know, but don't sleep all day." And he eventually agrees, okay, I'm getting up. It's that gentle setting of expectations.
And then the little things that follow, washing face, feeling fresh, having breakfast.
Exactly. Those small actions, "I made eggs and toast, it smells good." They're like micro habits. They seem tiny, but they build the structure for the day. They're foundational.
Then comes the responsibility part.
Right.
Mom mentions chores. Clean my room, do your laundry, help me with dinner later.
Right. It's about contributing, being part of the household rhythm.
But it's not all work, is it? There's a balance.
That's key. Mom also gives advice on downtime. David mentions watching a movie, and the guidance is not too long, just one movie. It acknowledges the need for rest, but within limits.
Self-regulation, kind of?
Precisely. It shows how routines aren't just about chores. They're about balancing effort and rest, building responsibility, and protecting well-being. They're the framework.
Which leads us, I think, to one of the deepest conversations you found. The one with Daniel about his future.
Ah, yes. This one felt really significant. Mom initiates it, noticing her 20-year-old son Daniel has been quiet these days.
Proactive again.
Yes. And Daniel opens up. He admits he feels a little lost about my life, my future. He talks about feeling pressure from school, from work, from myself. That's a heavy burden.
So relatable for that age, that feeling of uncertainty and pressure. How does Mom respond?
Her response is just, wow, it's a masterclass in empathy. First, she normalizes it completely. It's normal. You're 20 now. You don't have to know everything now.
Takes the pressure off immediately.
Instantly. Then she tackles the illusion that everyone else has it figured out. People only look sure inside. They worry too. Daniel asks, "Really, even you and Dad?"
And she's honest?
Completely honest, of course. When I was 20, I had many questions too. That shared vulnerability, it creates a real connection.
And then there's the support she offers. Daniel voices that fear. "I don't want to disappoint you."
And Mom's reply is pure gold. "Daniel, you never disappoint me." He pushes, "Even if I change my plans," and she's unwavering. "Yes, I care about you, not just your plans."
Wow. That's huge. That's unconditional positive regard, isn't it?
It absolutely is. It creates this incredibly safe space for him. He can explore, he can doubt, he can even fail without risking her love or approval. That's profoundly empowering.
And she doesn't stop there. She encourages self-care, too.
Right. She asks, "Do you want to take a break? Maybe a small one just to breathe," and affirms his thought. That's smart. Rest is important. It reinforces that idea of balance again.
Effort is good, but well-being matters just as much.
Exactly. Balance is good, she says. It encourages a sustainable approach, not burnout. His response, "I'll try my best," and hers, "That's all I ask." It's about effort and intention, not just outcomes.
And that final affirmation she gives him.
It's so powerful. "I'm proud of you even now." He seems surprised, but she clarifies. "Yes, you are kind, honest, and strong," focusing on his character, not just achievements.
And his reaction says it all. "Thanks, Mom, I needed this talk." Her reply, "Anytime, I'm always here." Just perfect.
It really underscores how vital that kind of listening, validating, sharing, and just unwavering support is, especially during those tough periods of growth and uncertainty. It builds resilience, self-worth.
Yeah.
It's foundational, a real template for supportive communication.
Wow. Okay, so we've gone from lost phones and rainy days to, well, navigating life's biggest questions. Through these seemingly simple chats, we've seen structured problem-solving, nurturing care based on emotional presence, how routines build responsibility and well-being, and just the incredible power of empathetic, unconditional support.
It's amazing what's packed into everyday talk, isn't it? So maybe the thought to leave you with is this. Think about your own simple conversations, the ones you have every day. What deeper lessons, what surprising insights might be hiding in plain sight in your own routines, your own interactions? Are you spotting the patterns?
And maybe how could you use some of these ideas we talked about, like that structured thinking or the affective reframing, or really listening with that unconditional support in your own life, in your own relationships? What might change if you did?